Yo, 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 it's Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog. What's up with the Nets fans? Y'all know we the best fans. Oh man, I'm just pulling up. I'm just here to talk about the trade. I'm here to talk about everything, you know what I'm saying? But more so I wanted to talk about look, I wanted to talk about our identity, man. Who are we, man? You change players every 2 seasons, 3 seasons. Who are we, man? What's going on? Jay, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
What's good, bro?
It sound like a little echo. You got on the phone and the laptop?
Nah.
Nah, I ain't hear it. Nah, I hear it again. What up, Joey? I finished enjoy you. Damn, you don't hear that? Yo. All right, it's better. Yo, Brooklyn go crazy. CJ, what up? Nets fans, the best fans, man. Who are we, man? Are we a gritty team? Are we a defensive team? Are we a pretty playmaking friendly where everybody across the world team? Are we a gritty defensive hard foul in the paint team? Huh? Are we a go to the basket, dunk it? Are we pretty and finessing? Ref, he fouled me. Did you see it? Who are we?
The no
Huh?
limit tank team.
Exactly, man. Like this the winning culture. How can we build a winning culture? Also, another thing I want to talk about, Jay, is the different roles of players. Like you got a point guard, you got a shot creator, like somebody who know how to score the ball. Excuse me, you got somebody that know how to pass, know how to facilitate. You got, you know what I'm saying, the big man that just want to get the ball in the paint. He ain't trying to shape no fadeaways. He ain't trying to shoot no 3 pointers. He wants the ball in the paint so he could do work. Who are we? Do we need these players? You know what I'm saying? I look at different teams and see the players that they got and see what roles that they have and how many have this specific role, how many have this role, how many have that role. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to be clear on these things, man. We have to. If we don't, then the media chat GPT gonna pick our team. I would rather me and Jay and the rest of the Nets fans pick this team than chat GPT. You know what I'm saying? But outside of before we get into all of that, let's go with you, Jay, man. How you doing?
I'm all right, man. I'm chilling, man. But I echo a lot of the sentiments that you were just saying. And it's just like I'm not impressed with this draft. And then they keep
Good
talking
shit.
about draft picks for the future. We need to get new people to draft the draft because I'm not
Mm-hmm.
impressed so far. And I mean, and I know it's a
Tell me.
small sample size, but
Mm-hmm.
I am not impressed with this draft. So it's like, damn, it's just about to be worse than last year again. And then this
Mm-hmm.
Michael Porter Jr. guy, man, they traded a consummate professional for this guy. I don't know. He seems like a loose cannon so far, man. I
A
don't know.
loose cannon? Why you say such a thing?
It's all sorts of headlines about this guy, man. We ain't had no headlines about CJ. And if it was, he was giving back on Thanksgiving, giving out turkeys and soups at the soup
A
kitchen. You
model
know what I
citizen.
mean? Yeah. He doing clinics for the little girls, teaching them how to play basketball. Like
Mm-hmm. Show 'em how to pivot.
Michael Porter Jr., he up there playing Andrew Tate interviews for girls to see
Wow.
for his dates to test them.
Unhinged.
Like this dude is what is he up to, man? What,
Now, see, I'm not gonna lie to you. We're gonna take a closer look into MPJ.
yeah,
We're gonna find
we
out
gotta
who this
look.
guy really is. They took Cam Thomas off of the team graphics for the start of the season, got MPJ with his arms crossed. This is the guy that represents the Brooklyn Nets. This is who we supposed to say, yo, this guy represents. I ball in Brooklyn. I played basketball in Brooklyn. I play. Huh? I look at MPJ. You're going to look at MPJ. And we're going to see, does he really represent the Brooklyn Nets? This is MPJ. This is your king. Is this your king? This is his page. Is this fair to say this is his page? Is this his page?
I guess so.
No, this not. This not his page. Maybe this is.
That's his burner account.
Right. All right. I guess he close to his lady. That's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying?
Do he got a lady? I thought he was a ladies' man.
Joey BK said, now we want professionals. When y'all was saying y'all ain't care about none of that, just come to ball. I do want somebody to just come to ball.
Yeah, but I'm talking about with the team. I'm talking about what the team is saying that they want and what they trying to do and how they not being consistent with the narratives that they're putting out there. Because they said they wanted, once they got out of the star era, they wanted a team full of hardworking guys that were good guys and professionals, and they'd rather have that. But they traded the consummate professional for this guy who seems to be a little bit weird at times. I don't know what's up with him. It's a lot of headlines about him right now, and it wasn't no headlines about CJ. CJ headlines was basketball and charity. This guy and God too. Don't forget that. I mean, he was talking about he was a religious man, religious man, and now we got this dude talking about he playing Andrew Tate clips for girl. Andrew Tate, I don't know, he be on some sexist womanizer shit.
I don't know. I can't call it. Won't spoil it. I do know that when I think about the Brooklyn Nets, trust me. Let me explain something to you guys, right? You know, I got a whole life outside of this. I don't walk around and introduce myself as Big Fan Breezy, right? So case in point is when I get here, when I'm ready to talk basketball. Now, my point is this. Now, sometimes I do say I'm Big Fan Breezy, but that's neither here. But the point is this. I want to see them talk basketball. I see Michael Porter Jr. talk about everything but basketball on his podcast. I'm just saying, I like basketball players that love basketball, not play basketball because it's their job. And on that note, something that I noticed, I don't know if y'all notice, once players get that contract, they usually don't have a good next year. They either something happens or I don't know. A lot of players don't follow up. I need to see some follow up. Joey Harris got 75. Y'all already know. Next year, whack. He wasn't a good basketball player. Whatever. Claxton got the contract he wanted. Claxton is a little bit of a conundrum for me. Jay said he seen him in person. He said they not letting him do what he want to do. So my thing is, he need the right coach. He need the right coach. Is Joey? Is Jordy good for Nick Claxton? He said he was gonna make him deploy. You can only do that if you put an anchor in the paint and let Claxton roam on a weak side defense. If you're not doing that, Jordy, you ain't helping him be no decoy. Facts. You try to make him an anchor, he look weak, and you're not gonna get the best potential out of Claxton. What you want me to tell you?
Man, and that's pissed me off posting that picture of Jody Fernandez today or yesterday, whatever that was. Talking about mentally I'm here and Jody Fernandez on the court using basketball like a soccer ball. Like, man, all this European shit, man. And I ain't got nothing against Europeans, but let's play some American basketball, man.
That's my thing too. Everybody talk about they might as well call it the International Basketball Association. I mean, if that's what y'all want. Oh, the Brooklyn. Let me explain something to you, bro. New York got some of the best basketball players. And what's really grinding my gears is that you don't have no New York players. Sean Marks being the international player and the international GM is no excuse that you overlook national talent. I'm exhausted. You want us to be entertained? I'm not. There you have it. Anytime the Brooklyn Nets do something, don't mean hey, look, I'm happy they did that. No, that's a lie. I don't like what they're doing. Everybody say, oh, we got to collectively play in a way where everybody is effective. Okay. But y'all, we tanking for AJ DeMonstra. AJ DeMonstra, he's a system player. Huh? He's supposed to be able to change a whole franchise. He's a system player, or he is the system. Who put that in the comment the other day? Cam Harden, I am the system. That shit was hilarious. Oh shit. JDJ said we bought Joe Harris ankle surgery and he was never the same after. Before that, though, he was really good. And in that market worth the money. He had to keep him to make teams pay for doubling our stars. I was with you all the way up until the end. Because when you said that last part, I just remember him missing everything KD gave him. And he was open in the playoffs. First is the Bucks. Everybody want to say, oh, we missed we lost the game because Kyrie wasn't there and Harden wasn't there. Joe Harris had the bag. Joe Harris couldn't hit the water if he fell off a boat.
He wasn't even hitting the backboard on some of them shots.
Shit was crazy work. Nah, so yeah, I just gotta be the one to say I don't like everything that the Brooklyn Nets do. Everybody want to act like just because I'm a fan of the Brooklyn Nets, I gotta like everything they do. I don't like everything they do. I don't. If they was listening to Big Fan Breezy, they would have signed Cam Thomas, gave him that 4 year, 80 mil. You know what I'm saying? Or found some medium. I don't know necessarily the number. And again, since we here talking about shit we don't like, I'm gonna keep it. I don't like the fact that this narrative of Cam Thomas being a ball hog when he finally was he was the third option behind Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson. Cam Johnson, I don't miss you. You was out of place. I don't care if you were a professional. I don't give a fuck. You were out of place. You were acting like you was supposed to be more important than Cam Thomas and you was doing your job. You wasn't. You were looking bad out here. And when you played the Knicks, you lost to them every time. You wasn't busting Mikal Bridges' ass like you were supposed to. You wasn't doing that. So, no, I don't care that you're not on this team. I don't care. All that professional shit, let it fly. I ain't got no disrespect for you, my guy. But I'm a fan of the Brooklyn Nets. You're not even on the Nets no more. You're on the Nuggets. So again, ain't personal, but just know all of this, he was professional and, you listen, bro, save it. Save that shit, bro. And another thing, Mikal Bridges, you got all of this money from the Knicks. I don't care that you got the money. You feel what I'm saying? I wanna beat the Knicks. I want to compete versus you. I want my team to beat your team. I want the Brooklyn Nets to beat the Knicks. I don't want to slap fives with you. I'm not watching a podcast with you and Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart. I don't want to see you happy and single with, or whatever you is. Slapping fives with Josh Hart and like, no. Y'all don't even look like real friends. Huh? Y'all don't even look comfortable with each other, huh? I ain't never seen them laugh at your jokes. You laugh at their jokes because you ain't got no choice. You look uncomfortable. And you wasn't better than DiVincenzo in the playoffs. Get on my goddamn nerves. Jumped in front of Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson, jumped in front of Cam Thomas and took him the number one option from him. And Jordy Fernandez, you let it happen. Sean Marks, you probably okayed it. Let me just get this clear. I do not agree with everything the Brooklyn Nets is doing. I'm not playing. You know? I'm not playing. You paid Ben Simmons. You took the contract only because you're loyalty to your international ties. I'm fucking tired of it, bro.
But then why they taking this nigga fucking MPJ big ass contract? They love taking big ass contracts with cornball niggas.
Thank you, bro. I swear, bro. Ben Simmons play less than 100 games. What is MPJ gonna do? What exact? Put a name on it. You ain't got the heart. You ain't got the heart. Whatever exact that is, that say MPJ gonna be the number one leading scorer in the NBA. You ain't got the heart to go on the internet and say, yeah, I said it. You ain't built like that. That's a whole fucking lie. How is he supposed to fit in the system and be the leading scorer in the NBA? Stop playing with us. As fans, y'all making us look bad. Give us something real to root for. How about that? Tired of this shit, man. Y'all want me to play nice, come up here, joking, entertain? Nah, I'm done. Get y'all shit right.
He about to shoot 23 3-pointers a game. So since he shoot 23 3-pointers a game, he should make about 8 of them.
Listen,
get hot.
Listen, what I'm saying is, I'm saying this respectfully. Joe Tsai, you could be the owner of any team in the NBA because you got money like that. Sean Marks, you could be a GM of any, probably any other different team in the NBA because you got clout like that. Please don't represent the Brooklyn Nets if y'all not about winning, please. The fans really love basketball before y'all got here. Key words, before y'all got here. Before Sean Marks, an international GM. Before Joe Tsai, international owner. And I got nothing against international. But if y'all don't love the game the way we love the game, then we not seeing eye to eye. As fans, y'all not representing us. Who y'all really represent? Y'all representing trying to sell tickets to the demographic, but this city already loved basketball before we had a national team. You don't have to do that. You could just put a win. You can really build a winning culture, like you said. You can really say that religion is winning and really be about that, be winning and not sinning. You could really do that. Liberty just won a championship. I know what I'm talking about. You can really assemble a team if you pay attention and be attentive to what's right there in front of you. Look across oceans before you look right there what's in front of you. You'll go and have the whole fan base going crazy over MPJ. He was in the Western Conference. The Western Conference and the Eastern Conference don't even play alike. They play fast. They play finesse. More so high-scoring games on the Western Conference. On the Eastern Conference, you know it's a different ball game. Is he getting physical like that? The last time Western Conference players came here, they ain't do shit. Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson, they ain't move no needle. They ain't gain no new fans. When Harden, KD, and Kyrie came here, fans jumped in my chat and said, yo, I was a Harden, KD, a Kyrie fan, and now you know what I'm saying, now on the Nets, you a Nets fan, content creator, so you know what I mean? That's why I'm here. That's how I'm here. No. Nobody said, yo, I was a Mikal Bridges fan in Phoenix, and then I came to Big Fan Breezy page. No, that shit did not happen. Cam Johnson either. Both of them. Y'all ain't do me no favors. Stop it. And Mikal Bridges, you still over here. You on the rival team. I can't wait to play them. If the rookies want to be good with Big Fan Breezy, no, not Big Fan Breezy, because it's not about me. If the rookies want to be good with the Nets fan base, beat the Knicks. I'm going to tell you right now, all of this hype around these players, if they can't beat the Knicks, it's a problem. You can't beat them. You can't give them a run for their money. You can't exploit Cat on the post because he's too scared to play defense because he don't want to get in foul trouble because defense ain't the name of his game. The name of his game is the offensive side of the ball. What? Attack him. Attack him, man. What you talking about? If Wolf ain't giving him work, Timmy, I ain't got Timmy good. Timmy good in the hood. Timmy good in our book. He was playing, you know what I'm saying? His hometown is I think Texas or something. You know what I'm saying? He good. You feel me? But nah, if these rookies can't beat the Knicks, we got a problem. Y'all want to talk all this trade Cam Thomas shit? If the rookies don't beat the Knicks, trade all of them. Every single last one of them.
A whole lot of them?
All of them. Pop them up. If they don't want to beat the Knicks, if they don't care about the rivalry, and you know what, Jay? The European, the international players, they should really care about rivalries. I've heard about the international rivalries they be having over there in soccer. Wilding. Don't fans, you talk about fandemonium, fanatic, bro. They got it. Them international fans got it. They got, bro. From me to you, Jay, I'm telling you, bro. It's the only way that I will support these rookies, bro. That's on my net fan soul. If they can't, if they won't, if they do not, no, let me not be negative. If they beat the Knicks, I will support these rookies. If they don't, pure hellfire.
Man, I'm supporting the rookies because they on the team, but from what I'm seeing, it's a horrible draft, man. Like, and it was confusing, but after Summer League, it just don't look good. Like, I didn't see Drake Powell yet, so you can't make a real full judgment, but it wasn't what Nets fans wanted at all. Like, it wasn't what nobody envisioned. It's starting with just drafting 5 players in the first place. Like, it should have been a better use of assets, better management of assets.
Mm-hmm. Again, man, what's the schedule look like? Who they got on it? Keon Johnson and Noah
oh yeah, that's what I was about
bro.
to say too. You was talking about the international shit. Did you see that? Like, we got 4 preseason games. 3 of them is international games, and 1 of them is at the Barclays.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I see that shit, bro. I see what it is. Like, bro, they want to appease. You want to grow the fan base? Cool. I'm not, yo. I'm saying don't forget us. We was here. Brooklyn ain't landing on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. We was in love with basketball before the Nets got here. Oh, mama. All we asking y'all to do is show us a winning culture. Show us that y'all real about a winning culture. Y'all just trying to sell tickets? Nasty.
right.
Nasty
They're just trying
work.
to sell ticks. This the Nets, man.
Nasty work. Y'all want to sell tickets? Y'all got Keon Johnson and Noah Clowney on there talking about y'all want to sell tickets.
This is nasty work, man.
Nah, man. I'm tired of y'all thinking y'all gonna pull up. I'm supposed to be all happy, skipping the beat with y'all. I'm mad as hell. And at the end of the day, I try to have poise. You know, I give effort to see the bright side. I do. But you're not
What
gonna.
what happened tonight?
Y'all not finna to fool me once. I said that shit about Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges, stuck my neck out, and look how they did me. Never again. Never again. Prove it. I'm from a show me state, man. I'm from a show me state. Ruler FN in the chat. He said MPJ gonna shock you. Why? She was #1 pick coming out of high school. All right. What up, Joey? What up, everything Brooklyn Nets, John?
What's up, man?
I'm just trying to figure shit out, man. I'm trying. Why they not listening to Big Fan Breezy, man? Why they're not listening to the show and listening to our ideas on how to put this thing together, man? You see what I care about. Did I say anything? Is this TMZ basketball, Joey? Do you feel like you come here and it's TMZ, or do you feel like you're talking basketball?
No, I think some of the most of the stuff we talk about, is basketball. I just think a lot of times as fans we project a lot, but I mean that's
We
fair.
gonna do that. We gonna do that.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, we be talking ball for sure.
But what up though, Joey? How you feel about roles? That's what I wanted to talk to the guys about, man. With the guys about the roles. Like, what roles is more important? The playmaker, the shot creator, the 3-and-D. Like, of course, you gotta have all. But when we building this team and you saying, all right, I need 2 3-and-D players, 2 shot creators. Like, how you piecing this together, Joey? Like, in your words.
I think to me personally, like a facilitator is the most important role, especially when you don't have a star player like that to really that can create that type of space in the NBA and garners that type of attention to get other teammates open. I think you need a strong floor general. Somebody who's going to run the team and somebody with high IQ is going to get everybody involved. Huh?
All right. So the first piece is the a floor general.
Yeah, for sure. Like, yep.
All right. Yeah, that's what's up. I'm listening.
Oh, yeah, floor general. Me personally, I'm gonna go with the big man. I think that's the next thing. You need a good point guard and you need a solid interior presence. For sure, okay. Else you're gonna get ate up in the paint every night, like we've been seeing for years in Brooklyn. But
no, slow it down, break it down. When you say we need a solid presence in the paint, what are you looking for that big man to do? And maybe a 1-2 combo between the playmaker and the big man. What are they as teammates? What's happening there?
To me personally, a big man is supposed to set good picks. A good big man is supposed to clean up the boards, right? Mm-hmm. And he's supposed to somewhat anchor the paint on the defensive side. If you could do that, you're a solid big man. You feel me? Because we don't expect you to be. I mean, if you can shoot threes and you can do all of that, cool. But we don't expect you to do that. But the main objectives of being a big man is rebounding, defense, and setting picks and cleaning up the glass, getting putbacks here and there, getting rebounds, stuff like that. You know what I mean? If you don't get that type of stuff in the NBA, it kind of limits you as a team, especially if you don't have a high offensive scoring prowess on your team. So you need to be able to do all the little things right and be able to garner things in your favor on the floor and other areas, And then I would say the big man, and then I would go with the shooting guard, and then the 3-and-D guys. I think the 3-and-D guys are more like glue guys to me. They put it all together. You know what I mean? Swiss Army. Yeah, but that's my that would be my rank right there. So point guard, big man, shooting guard, wings.
Yeah. All right, just chime in. Everything Brooklyn Nets, John and Ice. Go ahead, everything Brooklyn Nets, John.
First off, I gotta say, ladies and gentlemen, the big optimist has left the building. Big fan Breezy, the realist, with emphasis on ist, has entered the building. Breeze, listen, I appreciate the passion. Keep it up always. You should have that Cam Thomas post I suggested you. Put him on the schedule picture post. That was very creative. You should start out with that, man. That would have made it. But listen,
I gotta put it up there. Hell yeah.
Yeah, but listen, shout out to you, Breeze. Listen, at the end of the day, I understand where Breeze is coming from. This organization the last 9 years hasn't built a balanced roster whatsoever. And talking about roles is such an important thing. As far as what this team this year is, me, Ice, and Joey talked about it. Everybody's fighting for something this year. Nothing is set in stone with any of these players.
We have talked about it.
Yeah, we definitely talked about a good conversation with that. I think for right now, this
No, I'm saying,
season.
wait. I'm trying to get you to shout out the podcast.
Oh yeah, on the tip off Brooklyn Nets podcast, you know where it is. Me and Ice have great convos. Joey's on sometimes as well, and we're definitely talking a lot about some guys who could break out on this team and other guys who may not. As far as roles go for this season, I think what the Nets can control is what they do on the defensive side. Like Elam said perfectly, it's going to take a mentality this whole year for these guys to have defensive pride on a night in, night out basis, which is one of the main things Jordy wants these guys to do. Another thing that they can control is the amount of three-point shots they can take together because, Jordy wants these guys to take a lot of threes, get into the free throw line any way possible because you don't have a lot of shot makers. So these guys are going to have to earn their points every single night and then causing turnovers, which goes hand in hand with defense. So I don't think the Nets can really control an offensive identity this year, but what they can control is gritty effort on the defensive end and using their playmaking abilities to help each other try to create some type of offense. But it's definitely going to take this whole season just to figure out what could be the makings of a core on this team. Right now, we just have over 20 guys on this roster. Nobody's name is set in stone right now as far as a foundational piece. I think for this year, it's everybody's chance to earn a role on this team. And I hope these guys bring fight and energy no matter the circumstances because we do want to eventually find out who could the next Brooklyn Net be. And I think the great thing about this season is we might get a little chance of seeing what that could be based on who's going to fight for the roles and who's going to want to hold down a role. So it'll be very interesting to see who does step up this year because it's going to be a very tough-ass year. But I look forward to seeing the guys that do get through this adversity come out on the other side feeling great about that because that's only the beginning. And I hope we have something to look forward to the following year with the draft.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Joey. I'm with Notorious on this one.
Okay.
Point guard, because I think all positions are important, but like Joey said, once you got like a floor general, you know what I mean? Like that's like the important because he can get everybody involved. And once you got a center that can man the paint, like Leaf always talking about rebounding, block shots, you know what I'm saying? Like Joey said, set the screens and all that. That makes things work. That 1-2 makes everything else around, you know what I'm saying, the team work as far as your 5 or whatever you got on the floor, you know what I mean? Your 2, your 3, and your 4, they all could work around that. And the point guard and the center, you know what I'm saying? They work hand in hand of getting the rest of the team involved. So I agree with Joe. Joey on point.
I agree with him too. I think a facilitator is important. I see the Brooklyn Nets vision they get the point guard, but at the end of the day, they got him with MPJ.
I feel like you gotta get the point guard that you want, though, bro. You gotta get the point guard that you want, not get the point guard, get 5 point guards and figure out which one it is.
That's a great point, Jay.
Like it looked like they just shooting in the dark, bro. It don't look like they got a real plan. And the only reason why I brought up the consummate professional shit is because that's what they said they wanted for the team, and they found a guy who was that, and they went away from it for a guy who seems like he may not be that. And it's like, what direction are y'all trying to go? Because it don't seem like y'all got one.
It's a great question, Jay. And at the end of the day, we're going to see this season who's going to step up to the plate because every role is up for grabs. Nobody's a guaranteed spot. Even Claxton and MPJ's other guys, they could be trade chips down. Like everybody's got to show up and fight for something this year. That's what's going to keep the base invested in what's going to be a really tough season. So it'll be interesting to see who steps up to the plate. But at the end of the day, Sean Marks, Joe Desai, you guys got to show us you can construct a roster that can be together for more than 3 to 4 years. We have not had a roster that's been together for more than 3 years. Like you will never be a good team unless you have guys that we can invest in for multiple years. And I don't even think the front office knows how to do that right, which is a problem.
Hold on. Can I say something about that?
Let me say this real quick. JC Big Kia all day. He says CT buried a clutch game winning 3 in the final seconds to complete a 28-point comeback against the Bricks at MSG. That shot sent the Bricks fans home in tears. CT was solidified after that. This is what I'm saying. Y'all ask why I like Cam Thomas so much. He do shit like this. Let me see the play that y'all like so much do this. Dead ass. Like, shout to Leaf on the pen.
I wanted to respond to John real quick. John, I get what you're saying, but you also have to look at the time that the organization is in. Like The roster is going to be consistently changing because the Nets are still trying to figure out their core. They're rebuilding, so they're going to always it's going to always look like an overhaul, like every year until they find their core players that they can build around, right? Or they can get the guy to come here and look good around him. So the roster is going to change, bro, because we're rebuilding and we're still trying to figure this shit out.
Yo,
Yeah,
Breezy,
but that's
that was funny, Breezy. You did.
we're a professional basketball team, and we're not looking like a professional team out there. They
It,
looking
it,
like a bunch of amateurs, like they just putting together anyway. They just throwing shit at the wall to see if it sticks. It's not a
right,
fucking
Oh man.
right.
plan, like a
That's
real plan. It's just let's see what happens.
right, and that's not how you build anything. My problem this offseason is there's still drama going on. When's the last time we had a Brooklyn Nets season? It wasn't an ounce of drama. Like, we still don't have the Cam Thomas situation resolved. We have $20 million in cap space unspent. And now the thing that everybody's talking about is Michael Porter Jr. on a podcast instead of our rookies. Like, this is on the front office to solve right now because there's more anxious energy going on than there should be for a team in a rebuild, like you just said, Joey. Like, these answers should have been answered already as far as what we have going into the season, and we still don't even have that answered. Like, how can any of us feel satisfied when we don't even know who's going to be on the team in the next few weeks?
Yo,
That's
but
a
nah,
problem.
hold on. Look at this comment right here. We gotta go to Leaf after this. JP Liberty, he said CT is becoming a pass. It's MPJ time, according to the Nets PR team.
Oh my God.
Bro, you cannot heal the pain that I'm going to have or would have if y'all trade my guy, Cam Thomas. Yeah, it's like MPJ is not it. He's not it. I mean, like, it's like, no. And on top of that, not just me, other fans, but I'll just speak for me, right? From the draft, let me see you draft another elite scorer. How many playmakers could you get? You're going to need another elite scorer. Let me see you draft another one. And if you draft another one and it's a top 3 pick, you know how mad that'll make me, because I can guarantee you it's tough to get another elite scorer at the number 27th pick. Not to mention that he outscored the whole draft class that just passed. You could say it's just scoring and all of that. I'm just calling facts. Just like you could say that's a fact. We just talking facts, if that's what you're fan to say.
You guys
But
see that
I
poster?
want to. What I want to say is, bro. Like, first off, MPJ is having a fucking breakdown, bro. Like, I don't think
You
he want to
think?
be in Brooklyn at all, bro.
Why
Like,
you say
like,
that?
bro. This the second time that nigga been on a podcast with a tank top on, sweating, man, before he got into the joint, bro. Like,
Yo.
that's number one. Like, pause. I want to say why, Paul. Yo, bro. I ain't had my phone
he
in
had,
the last. Yo,
you know,
hold up.
Al Bundy. He got the Al Bundy effect.
Yeah, I don't know what he got, bro. Like, that nigga is stressed. He got the what unhappily ever after, bro, with the nigga with the Muppet that was in the basement and shit, bro. Like, and he kept having breakdowns and he kept talking to the Muppet. Remember that shit, bro? Like, that shit used to come on the WB Channel 11 show and shit,
Okay.
bro. Like,
I
I
saw a
remember that.
video of a bum turning $100 down from him. Like he was walking down the street in Manhattan. He was trying to give a bum $100, and the bum started screaming on him and told him, "Get out my face." And I was
Yeah,
like, ever since then, I was like, yo, he just got goofy clips. Like his
yeah.
clips
He
is
he he got
goofy.
he got he got a whole bunch of I'm not built for this type of moments, bro. The second that he got traded from Denver, bro, like he ain't been having nothing, bro. You ain't even hit the court. You ain't been in Brooklyn but 5 weeks. I've been in Texas for a month, my nigga. I'm doing all right, bro. Like, goddamn, shit, bro. Like,
That's a leap.
could you do something, bro? You be all right, nigga. It's a couple of taxes, nigga. You acting like Denver, Colorado was all wavy. You was up a mile ahead, my nigga, breathing bum ass air, nigga. Now you like at least you east in the Mecca. Like,
See,
goddamn.
when I'm
Nah,
when I'm
I
saying,
gotta continue this shit off because everything that you said. Listen, I'll be honest with you, bro. Like, that whole MPJ getting PR moments, bro, like over everything that's going on with our franchise, absolutely stinks right now, bro. Like, if
Yep.
you telling me the brightest spot on our teams right now, bro, like based on the way the Brooklyn Nets franchise been posting this Jaeger, bro, I mean, I'm not really impressed. I'm not really moved. I'm gonna get home and say some more shit, man, because you already know, bro. Like I'm in a I'm not in a great mood, bro. Like listening to this shit, bro. Like be honest with you, bro.
Bruh,
Like
it's not for you to be in this is for you to vent. This is for the Brooklyn Nets to know that the
I
fans
would
is
vent
not
more if
gonna
I'm in
take
Brooklyn,
this.
bro. I'm in a quiet town right now, bro. So
I mean,
I
yeah, true. But still, you know what I'm saying? It's still the Brooklyn Nets we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's still Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Case in point is, bro, they gotta understand. We've been playing basketball before the Nets got here. I don't think they understand that shit. Before all of the people came from all across the world and came here, we was playing basketball already. Before all of the international demographic and all of this and that, we was playing basketball. So I'm saying that to say that if you just build a winning culture, you don't have to try to sell tickets. The fact that you put the Barclays on Atlantic and Flatbush, the fans are going to come. You don't have to worry about selling tickets. The fans want to see the team win. We want to be in competition with the Knicks. We want to beat them in the
That's how
playoffs to
you
go to
sell
the Eastern
tickets.
Conference Finals, to go to the finals. We want to beat Brooklyn versus the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals. We beat the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals to go to the finals and then win the championship. We want that. Stop stealing that from us. You're taking our glory away by just making everything about selling tickets, taking the whole spirit of love out of basketball just by, I don't know, whatever it is that you do.
Man, you sell tickets by winning games, man. Winning games, fucking creating a culture that the fans believe in. That's how you sell tickets.
Facts. You
Do
ain't
you
got
guys
this player
Gimmicks
is
don't
from
work.
this region, and we look at the chat GPT says that this is how many people is in this demographic. So if we get a player from there, you worried about selling tickets. Winning sells tickets. You don't have to worry about selling tickets if you focus on winning.
do you guys
It's
see that?
not me. It's them. They just make me mad.
Do you guys see this poster right here? I gave a comedic suggestion on our Apartment Gamer Scott show. Breezy took it hard and put Cam Thomas over MPJ's face. Pause. Like Breezy wants answers. Is Cam Thomas a net or no? And if not, let him grieve properly. Don't say, "Oh, we're good. This is going to take no time whatsoever. We're just going to wait till the end of the summer to do it." No, it's now or never. Like the more this goes on, the more the paranoia that nobody wants is going to keep spewing and spewing. And that's on the front office's part. Like they think they can construct a roster of international guys that aren't a balanced team. No, just like Jay and Breeze are saying, you need eventual winning pieces. You need a franchise guy. We don't have none of that right now. We have guys who can pass the ball. Like, what is that going to sell? Honestly.
Right. So, and again, I put Cam Thomas over MPJ. I really was going to put him over Terrence Mann because that's how I wanted the roster to look. But I put him in the middle just to make a point. If you build this squad around Cam Thomas, you can win. Don't make it seem like Yago and his playmaking is more important than Cam Thomas scoring. It's not. Don't make it seem like Claxton defense is more important than Cam Thomas. It's Cam Thomas scoring. It's not. Don't make it seem like Clowney being a stretch four is more important than Cam Thomas or more seasoned than Cam Thomas scoring. Him being the second going into his third year, Noah Clowney and Cam Thomas going into his fifth year. And Terrence Mann, he already just born in Brooklyn. He really from Delaware. That's it. You feel
Massachusetts. Massachusetts area, man. Boston
Massachusetts, you know what I'm saying? And MPJ, if Bums is not taking your money, it means they don't want that energy. It's something wrong with you. Got to check that. I don't know if you need Golden Crust and you know what I'm saying. And now I mean, go to the Labor Day parade and no shit. I don't know what you need to do, but
well,
I know it ain't. I know it ain't trying to have a fake persona for the internet.
Yo,
Some bums
Don't do
have
that.
mental issues,
See,
bro.
you. I can't give you no advice. Just do. Continue doing whatever you do.
yo, go ahead, Joe.
No, I was just saying some people that are homeless have mental issues, bro. And what we fail to realize as a society that some people actually like living homeless. Believe it
Are
or
you talking
not.
about him getting turned down by the bum?
That's
Yeah,
true, but
that-
this ties into my point that the bum doesn't care about money.
yes, they don't.
He don't.
To your
So
point,
what
Joe,
I'm saying is
go
some
ahead.
people out here who like living homeless.
That's
Some,
wild.
some people have mental issues. Some people have drug issues. Some people don't even want to live homeless because they don't want the responsibility. They don't want to go in shelters, etc. I mean, I know this because I've worked with some nonprofits who dealt with with these type of people. You can't put all homeless people in a box. That's all I'm saying. There's different ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
no, it wasn't more focused. I'm glad you said what you said, but it was more focused on the fact that you want to appeal to the fans, play basketball, bro. Like all of these are antics.
no.
You like that mean to me, you trying to build your podcast more than you focus on basketball. That's what I get from it.
Go ahead, Ice.
Nah, I was gonna say to your point, Joey, my homegirl, because when I was driving trash trucks, there was a dude that was out there all the time, and she went to go give him like a car, like, you know what I'm saying, you can spend the car or whatever. And he turned that shit down. He told her, take that shit. He don't want that. I mean, just like I'm saying it now, he like, take that shit. I don't want that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and you ever try to tell a bum, hey man, I'll buy you some food, but I ain't giving you no money because you think that they're gonna probably buy crack or something with it, and they'll tell you, I don't want that food, give me the money.
Yeah, like facts.
Did you post the clip though?
Facts though, facts. That was facts, bro. But I was gonna say you can't ask you can ask the organization if Cam coming back, but you gotta ask Cam. You know what I'm saying? You gotta ask Cam if he want to come back or not. It ain't on the look. If the offer is on the table, only thing he can do is negotiate. You don't hear Cam negotiating. You don't hear nothing from the net. They already put shit on the table. The shit is on Cam and his camp. He got a new representative. It's on Cam. You can't keep saying the Nets, and Sean Mark, bro. Like, bro, he has no market. I don't want to say Cam market is trash, but Cam's market is trash, bro. You know what I'm saying?
What about if Cam just go through the Nets history books just because he got nothing else to do? Allen Crabbe contract. Hold on. Let me finish. See, the Allen Crabbe contract. Interesting. You know, you pay Allen Crabbe. I'm better than him.
Yes, it's
Joe
all
Harris better than him.
Breezy,
all these players you played, I'm better than him, and you didn't draft nobody better than me. Who Sean Marks drafted better than Cam Thomas?
Hey, Breeze, Breeze, I feel like
better than Cam Thomas.
Breeze, I feel like you beating up on other players because
the
Nets ain't signing Cam Thomas. It's not their fault, bro.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
They didn't ask to be traded here, bro. They got nothing to do with Cam Thomas's contract, my G. Like, that's between him and the Nets.
Yeah, but the thing that matters is we're led by a bad organization right now. And everything that Ice and Joey and me have said about Cam, that his market really has been bad just because there's nobody with cap space. He was in a bad system the last few years. He hasn't had a chance to really build much consistency whatsoever. Like, there's a lot of reasons why this didn't work out in Cam's direction. But at the end of the day, Sean and Joe are getting off scot-free here because it's not about them. They hide in the shadows and let all this happen as it does.
John, let's go to Ice. We gotta keep going to Ice, then we gotta go to Brooklyn LM. And I wanted to ask them something too, man. I wanted to ask, like, for real, am I being arrogant or really, Ice? Who's Sean Marks draft? Who's his best draft picks?
I think Cam is a legit other than
no. Let's stick with that question. Not a soliloquy. Who's Sean Marks' top 3 draft picks?
Top 3? It's probably Cam, Brook Lopez.
He ain't draft no goddamn Brook Lopez.
He ain't draft Brook. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Cam was on the team before that. Before he became yeah, 2015.
You don't get no credit for no Brook Lopez.
That's right. You're right.
JDJ said LeVert and Allen.
It could be them. It could be
Thomas LeVert,
Alexander. It could be Alexander Walker that he traded. It could be, you know what I'm saying? Like,
the player he traded. The
yeah,
players he
it could be.
traded at trade.
It could be them. It could be them, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. It just sucks for Cam because the market is the problem. It ain't the Nets. It's the market. It's his market, bro.
The Nets ain't going.
But
The Nets
what
ain't going to
about from
say.
Shaw? But what about his perspective? Why trade away the player that you know this the best player you ever drafted?
It's not about the best player. It's not about being the best player, bro. It's about a team and a role and a market and a business. You can't put all in the same boat. You know what I'm saying?
So let's keep it business. Jared Allen, did he make the right decision by not paying Jared Allen?
He traded Jared.
Yeah, he traded.
But he was up for contract. He could have paid Jared Allen the money he was asking for.
Yeah, but again, Breezy,
we had Nick Claxton in the wings, bro.
Yeah, you looking at the business part. They moved.
Jared Allen was way more proven than that Nick Claxton. What do you mean?
Yeah,
but here's the thing though. If you got a good center in the wings, a good young center in the wings, then you be like, okay, well, I ain't gotta pay him that much. Therefore, I can rock out and pay 1 or 2 or 3 stars. It's all about business at the end of the day.
So you justifying what Sean Marks did. Y'all justifying him trading Jared Allen.
No, what I'm saying is they felt like Allen wouldn't move the needle enough on the team at the time, and they still had Claxton to suffice.
Right.
Then we had DeAndre Jordan. Don't forget about DeAndre Jordan. That was the main elephant in the room. Why that
DeAndre Jordan only got signed because he was friends with KD and Kyrie.
Hold on. Hold on. Far as solidifying a piece, I want to say that Harden trade, we lost perimeter defense with Caris LeVert, and we lost paint presence with Jared Allen. We lost that trade. For 2, we gave Harden a bag. So if this whole thing and him saving money, it was all bad. Both decisions that he made on the economic side and on everything we gave up side was all bad, bro.
Yeah, you know what? Everybody says it's bad.
And hold on, and if y'all Nets fans for real, y'all seen that. Hold on, Ice. It's fair to say because we got to go to Brooklyn LM too. It's fair to say that the player development in Jared Allen increased season after season. As a Nets fan, you had to see that.
Yeah, I agree with you, Breeze, but at the same time, all that taking when you put the business in it is all by chance. You taking a chance on everything. If you keep Jared, you take a chance on moving Claxton later or messing up Claxton's development. Any move you make from there,
make those hard decisions.
Every move you make from there is chance. Like you taking a chance on whatever you choose to do.
Nick Claxton in that situation. Jared Allen right now is better than Nick Claxton.
Yeah, I give you that. Absolutely. Yeah. But it's easier to sit here and nitpick in hindsight, right?
I was saying
listen to what I'm saying.
At the current
listen to what I'm saying. I'm telling you, the Nets were gunning for a championship at the time. I get it. We like LeVert. We like Allen. Yes, trading for Harden gave away our depth. But if you're gunning for a championship at the time, and you got a chance to pair James Harden with Kyrie Irving and KD, most GMs in the league is doing that, bro. They're just going to do it. Hold on. I get it. It's easy to nitpick with it in hindsight because it didn't work.
No, and we got to go to Ice and Brooklyn LM. I did it then because I knew how strong a 10-man rotation was. Because I seen Kenny Atkinson get to like 8 or 9. And maybe
let's not act like when we saw those 3 on the court for that small sample size, they wasn't fucking unstoppable.
Bro, I'm not talking about They literally were playing with the Let me finish what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this, bro. Let me just finish my soliloquy. What I'm saying is this. All of that shit meant nothing to me. I watched the player develop. I'm talking about me as a fan, not Nets fans. I'm speaking for me. It wasn't enough. Everything that we gave up from what I seen and the unsung hero in that was Cam Thomas. Everybody ignores that shit. Because it never was, when you talk about all that limited time, yes, 16 games to be specific. All 3 of them together. Now, that being said, when it was just Harden and Kyrie, or Kyrie and KD, or KD and Harden, when they was all mixing it up like that, you know who was healthy? Cam Thomas. Okay. And he would score, but they still wouldn't give him no clout. But my
Breezy,
point
all
is,
I'm saying is when you have a chance to win a championship, any GM knows, I get it, it didn't work out. So it's easiest to talk shit in hindsight. But if you got KD, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving, and you get them into the playoffs, it is a very, very high chance that you can win a championship. I get it. It didn't work
listen,
for us. But
no,
when you
bro, I can't let you put that on me, bro, because
okay.
listen, you know why? I knew it was going to be a distraction because of the contracts. Remember, Harden was giving a big fuss about a contract from Houston and all of this, and he was going through all of this shit. I didn't want to be part of that because I said it will take away from basketball. And sure enough, what it do? Kyrie and Harden, regardless of who were right or wrong, they got in the mix and it took away from basketball.
It wasn't really about the money, though. It was Harden.
Him and Maury, they had some shit going on, and they involved us. Like,
yes, but that's why Harden left. Harden left because it was a lot of shit going on. He felt that the organization wasn't serious about winning. There was too much going on with the COVID mandate and all of that. So he left, and Kyrie in and out of the lineup.
Hold on.
That's why he did not want to commit to signing.
Hold on. Let me read this super chat. The Nets win the chip. You have no argument, bro.
It is what it is. Like we took a chance.
Arguing until then, because now I'm don't try to get
but what I'm saying is like what's his damn name? I'm sorry. What's my man name? No, like Ice. Ice. Like Ice was saying, you take a chance. We took a chance. It just didn't work out. You gotta live with those decisions, bro. They took a chance,
with it, bro. But I'm saying, if they was listening to Big Fan Breezy, they wouldn't have made that mistake.
No, but see now, you say that now, right? So imagine you didn't get this, right? And you still had that debt, and you still lost in the same spot. You know what I'm saying? You still say, damn, you could have got James Harden and got rid of it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna say the opposite thing.
Exactly. What if you keep Jared Allen and all these guys and they end up getting hurt?
Bro, when we got KD and Kyrie, I said we good. That's a championship right there. Harden came later. Soon as Dinwiddie got hurt, they get Harden. That shit was whack.
Nah, but I'm saying,
how do we know every GM make that move though?
Yeah, we saying though, no matter what.
No, dust with the front office.
No, I'm saying that in terms of the Harden deal, because everybody says, every GM. I don't think every GM trades for Harden. Yes. If it was possible, I don't think they do.
I do.
All them I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so.
I'm not with it now. And again, who's right now? Harden, he didn't win with the Clippers.
I don't think when Danny Ainge was in charge of I don't think Danny Ainge do it. I don't think Presti do it. I don't think any of those GMs at that point in time. I don't think they do something like that. Even in the moment, like I get it. It's Harden, Kyrie, and KD. I'm not saying y'all wrong in saying that trade goes through. I just think not every GM probably makes that move. They probably say, we good. We can just add more pieces around these two. We got our depth. We got our defenders. We necessarily just need these two healthy. James Harden over there on Houston on some BS. I don't want that around my team.
Man, I'm good off that. Jared Allen said he would trade himself for James Harden. He
exactly. Of course they would say that's like me saying I'll trade myself for Giannis. Duh. Of course you do that. It's freaking Giannis.
If I was a basketball player, I would never say that.
Jared Allen said it.
If I was a basketball player that knew my worth, I would not say that.
Well, Jared Allen said it.
Hold on.
Exactly. Because he knows
players in the league. D'Lo even said it. Hey, it's KD and Kyrie. I would have done the same too. You think D'Lo don't think he can add value to a team? Yes, they have pride. They're NBA players, but at the same time, some players value other players higher than themselves. These are facts. I would do the same thing if KD and Kyrie wanted to go to Brooklyn. Yeah, send me to Golden State. D'Lo said that. He wasn't mad at it.
Exactly.
We're not talking about him. Don't try to put KD and D'Lo. That's two different things. I'm talking about the paint presence that we lose and the perimeter defense that we lose. Those are the two things that James Harden does not give us. He does not give us. He don't give us that. He don't.
Yeah,
And
but
his
he give you,
offensive production doesn't make up for that. I'm not.
but he give you elite offense though. He gives you
Bro, we already
elite
got
point
KD
guard
and Kyrie.
Every,
You talking about elite
but they
offense?
forget that.
Nah.
Hold on, they forget that James Harden was playing like an MVP when he got here, but because it didn't work out, now we in hindsight is all. I wouldn't have did this.
Bro,
I
he was
wouldn't have
playing
did
like
that.
an MVP in the regular season, bro. I seen
Nah,
us get
but-
through the regular
Bro,
season. I knew
listen,
us get through the
when
regular
we
season.
were in the playoffs, when we in the playoffs playing the Bucks, we was beating the shit out them niggas. Jeff Teague said it himself. They were in the fucking locker room like, yo, we don't know how we gonna beat these motherfuckers. And our
Exactly.
stars wasn't even
And
100%
you
at
see
the
what they
time.
did.
So you
see
know what?
they did.
If you get a chance to get Kyrie Irving, KD, and James Harden in the playoffs to compete for a championship, you fucking do it. Because there's a high chance you can win. Don't
Fact.
sit here and say that if
Yeah.
those stars weren't healthy, they didn't get hurt, we wouldn't have won.
It's just a risk you got to take. You know what I'm saying? All it is a risk.
No.
It's a risk.
At the end of the day, Joey and Ice are
If it
saying a
was
lot of
me, Ice,
right
if it was
things
me and
about
Ice,
it.
if me and Ice was in the front office and it would be at a stalemate, we would have had to do ours and even said shoot to see what was going to happen. Because I would have to play a game of checkers, a game of spades. I would have to anything you want to do to compete. But there's no
Let's be real though. Those three players even back then had egos. Like Kyrie being with LeBron, thinking he was bigger than everything else. Yo, I think I can win without him. Get me out of Cleveland. Went to Boston, did what he did over there. Then saying, yo, if you have me, I'll be back. Left for us. Kevin Durant, the stench was on him. Yo, you had to piggyback on Steph Curry and Draymond to win a championship. You're not that guy. You're not a leader. Harden being freaking putting on actual freaking fat to the it was just a whole bunch of nonsense back then, even with the trade with those dudes. Now I'm not saying you don't do it. Because at that point, Harden was Harden, and regardless, like Ice and them said, you do take the risk. But I'm just saying, not everybody, in my opinion, I don't think everybody just has the same brain as to, yo, I still do it or I'll make the trade. Like most GMs probably be like, yo, I'm good with what I got. Or most GMs probably would have made the trade. But I just don't think all 30 GMs still make that trade.
It was like they didn't want to pay Jared Allen, and then when he got hurt, I don't like it. Hold on, shout out to Javon Ship. He said Harden didn't play until games 5 against the Bucks. That's true.
But Javon, hold on, Javon, what happened? Hold on, Javon. Let me just say this to Javon real quick. Javon, that's true. But what happened in Game 5? We was blowing the motherfuckers out. We blew the Bucks out.
We was killing them with only Kyrie and KD. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, that was
that's true. Harden didn't play to Game 5, but we was cooking them with Kyrie and KD.
No, but hold on. Let's give more context to this, right? KD missed that first season, so we got a 4-year window to win it. The first year KD was here, we knew we wasn't going to win it because of what happened with his ankle versus Toronto, right? So that's 3. 1 year, 2 years, we got swept. That's bad. The 1 year that we got to the second round, that's 1 second rounder. So, bro, yes, that shit is not enough. And I got nothing bad to say about the specific player Harden. But, bro, it's not enough. We did all of that, gave up all of that for 1 second round, and that tenor or that iteration of the Nets.
Yeah.
Injuries and COVID ruined that team. Like y'all talk about that. It wasn't just injuries. Like it was a whole bunch going on in Brooklyn around that time as a whole. Like,
a big part is the personnel, because remember when Sean Marks took over the team, he told the previous president, we're not going to do things like this. We're not going to go after no crazy stars. This is going to be an organic thing. Fast forward 3 years later, KD, Kyrie want to be here, James Harden. Like Sean Marks is a hypocrite. At the end of the day, if Sam, like Ellen said, if Sam Presti was in this position Would he have just went after the stars, or would he have done things a little differently? Like, you
John.
can make a lot of different arguments
John.
about that. But wait, Joey, I agree with what you and I said. Hell, I would have done the same thing because you had 3 of the best scorers in the NBA at the time. The unfortunate thing was injuries played a huge part why we didn't win. But at the end of the day, the personnel should have known who they would get in trouble with. At the end of the day, if you were going to get Kyrie Irving to be the Robin to KD and he wanted to be the Batman, you had to make him feel like he was a part of that. The problem was they wanted Kyrie to be a supporting guy. Kyrie's like, screw that. I'll be the disruptor. And that's my problem here. The organization should have handled it a lot better than they did. They just let them run the ship, crash it near the avalanche, and that was it. Like, you need better people to hold down the fort. Hey, listen, we can make the excuses that these stars had egos. We all agree on that. But at the end of the day, it's the organization that put them together. It was their job to make it work, and they didn't.
Let me ask you this, because you telling me if you the GM and Kyrie Irving and KD said, I want to come to your team in free agency, you going to turn that down?
No, it's not about turning it down.
No.
Joey, I don't think that's what John's saying, though.
Listen, you have to have context here because they didn't get traded here. They chose the Nets.
Okay, did Sean Marks handle Kyrie Irving better than he should have? Did he make Kyrie feel like an asset, or did he make Kyrie feel like he shouldn't be here?
Don't mix it, Joey.
I don't think that's what John's saying, though.
I wanted KD and Kyrie. I just want to be clear with Joey. I wanted KD and Kyrie here. Yes, I was happy about that. Harden was overkill. That's how I felt.
All of us wanted Kyrie and KD. I think what John is saying is, yes, you make that move and you sign them. But I think what John is saying is, as the GM, as the owner of the team, you don't let them run things. At the end of the day, you keep not saying putting it like that, but let them know there's an order. It's an order here.
Exactly. That's my point.
Hold on.
Joey, let me ask Brooklyn something real quick.
Okay.
Who was better for this team, for the Brooklyn Nets? Was DeAndre Jordan or Jared Allen?
Jared Allen, to me. I thought I wasn't upset when they gave Jordan the deal because it came with the package, but Jared Allen to me was our God.
So let me ask you, can I just ask y'all this real quick? So we sitting up here, because I'd be a little bit confused because I'd be like, listening to y'all Nets fans sometime, and then it's like, oh, well, you don't let KD and Kyrie run the organization. And then in the same breath, when the front office don't do what KD and Kyrie want, y'all beating up on the front office. So which one is it?
Because they signed him. Wait, Joey, they signed him.
I'm fucking confused, bro.
Hold on, Joey.
Hold on. When Sean Marks and Joe Tsai didn't bow down to Kyrie and do exactly what Kyrie wanted and didn't give Kyrie exactly what he wanted, y'all beat up on them. But in the same breath, you're saying, oh, well, they shouldn't let them run the organization and they shouldn't give them everything they want. Which one is it?
Joey, you saw it.
You're mad at them when they do. You're mad at them when they do, and you're mad at them when they don't.
No. What I'm saying is there's no balance, bro. Like, two things can be true. You're supposed to give them some power, not all the power. You want KD and Kyrie. If KD say, yo, I'm not coming if Kyrie is not coming, that's some of the power. You say, okay, fine, Kenny Atkinson and hire Steve Nash. That's all of the power. Oh, Jared Allen, don't pay him. We want DeAndre Jordan. That's all of the power. You give him some of the power. You gave him too much power. And then, you know what he did with that power? He said, fire your ass.
Hey, Breezy ain't telling no lies there. They had all the power and they destroyed it.
When they first got here, they had all the power. And then the organization started to take it back. That's when the stars started.
And Joey, you know what they did with the power? They turned it into the twins nobody wanted and the Milan model Ben Simmons. And they thought that was going to get a Donovan Mitchell and Giannis here. And guess what? It was a total waste of time. So this organization doesn't know how to take control of the reins like they think they do.
It doesn't matter if this organization gives the stars power. If they don't, y'all still going to find a way to flip it on the front office. It doesn't matter.
Joey,
that's what you always do.
Joey, what do you mean it doesn't matter? They're the ones constructing the freaking team.
Hold on. Because Joey right. Because right now, no one has power but the organization. And how y'all feel about Cam Thomas right now? Know what I mean? Like they have control of everything right now. They're doing things the way we gave them too much
Perfect
power.
example.
Now we got all the power and y'all still complaining. So Joey
Exactly.
right.
Y'all complaining because they're not giving Cam Thomas what he want. Perfect example.
It's not about giving
Thank
Cam
you.
what he
No,
wants. You
wait,
guys know
that's
where I
way
stand.
off.
You guys know
That's
where I
way
stand on the Cam
off.
Thomas
That's
stuff. But
way
look what happened
off.
at draft
It's
night.
not.
Was that a
It's
good
not.
use of the
That's
power,
way off.
drafting all
First of
playmakers?
all, wait, hold on, John. Number one, nobody in here knows what's going on, right? Two, we don't know, like we said, the organization job is to offer Cam the contract. Whatever the contract is, we don't know. All we hearing is he asked for 30 mil. That might be a lie. We don't know. He put it on his story. Don't believe everything you hear on a young boy track. So we don't know what is going on. The
No,
fact of the matter is, it's the organization's job to offer him a contract. Now, whether or not they did, we don't know. But if they did offer him the contract, that's all right. We offered you something. We not, yeah, it might be clones, but that's the market. Sorry, this is what we can give you. If you want to come back, it's on you. It's on Cam Thomas, like we just said a few minutes ago. It's on Cam if he wants to sign the contract or
Hello.
not. But we're
I
not gonna
agree
say
with
acting
you.
like they didn't offer him a contract to come back to the team.
No, I
That's not
agree
what they
with you,
did.
but I agree with you. But then you got some fans in here complaining because Sean Marks ain't coddling or catering to Cam Thomas.
Yeah,
You got
Joey.
some fans in here talking about what he shouldn't have offered him more money, or why isn't he talking to Cam Thomas? He
But they
hasn't
don't
reached out
understand
to
the market
him.
then. Those fans don't understand the market.
You
They don't
haven't reached. He
understand
hasn't reached out to
that this
Cam
is what's
Thomas.
happening right now.
He should be
I
calling
knew
Cam
since
Thomas every
I
day.
knew since the finals this was gonna happen. As soon as as soon as the finals ended, I already Cam coming back. I'm like, don't be certain, because this is the market. We all knew these restricted free agents. Not Giddy's still not back. Kaminga's not back. Grimes still not signed. This is the market for those guys. It's not that they not offer him a contract and they don't want him to come back. Probably it's just a fact they let him go out there, go see what you are worth. See what you're worth. Any team can give you that money. That's cool. We can match it. But go find a team that thinks they can give you that money, and we'll match it anyway. There is nowhere you can go. You're bidding with us. It's us that you're bidding with. You're coming back here either way. It's on you. If you want to sign this contract, cool. But this is what you're giving. We are not going over the salary cap for you. Sorry, it is what it is. Come back, prove yourself, play more than 25 games, and next year, when you're an unrestricted free agent, maybe we can give you a bigger contract. But it's on Cam right now. It's not on the front office. It's really not, especially if they offered him a deal already. Like it's just not on Sean Marks and them. It's on Cam. If he's too stubborn or too much in his ego to not accept the deal, knowing that this is what the market is, knowing that he can't get that money anywhere because no team has cap space, then what are you to do? Take the qualifying offer, ball out, and then next year probably
Nah,
see
they
if you
should
can get
offer
more.
Cam more money. They should be like, Cam, you don't want your $6 million? Okay, and nobody
Listen,
offered you that.
I said it. I said it perfectly on the stream. Let this be a prove-it year. Prove all the doubters wrong, and just be consistent, healthy. If Cam could do that much, reevaluate your financials next year. But I think we all know what this is leading to. Cam is not in the long-term plans. But if he signs the qualifying offer, this is definitely on the front office because that's the worst-case scenario. What are you going to trade Cam for? Hell, he can say, "I'm not going anywhere. I'll just collect my stats, collect my $6 million, and leave you guys in the dust." Like at the end of the day, if that's what Cam does, it's on everybody's fault at that point. Cam's as well, but the front office for not being able to get another deal done. Like this organization always says they're going to get the right deals
I ain't
done.
gonna lie,
But
Breezy,
what
that's
do?
a
hear what
crazy
you're saying,
stat to
right?
pull up.
I hear what you're saying, but listen, John, if nobody
I'm
is
so mad that he super
if
chatted
nobody
this
is
thing. If he
willing
didn't
to
super
give,
chat this, I would have just let that shit ride. But he super chatted it.
Nah,
No,
this
Joey.
a crazy stat.
no. I hear what
Joey.
you. Let me just get out my question. I hear what
Mhm.
you're saying, but at the end of the day, if nobody is really acting like they want Cam Thomas and really throwing no real money at him, you honestly think we're going to get a lot back in the trade for him?
Which
Well,
they
then,
can't because they have
well,
no
here's
money.
here's the thing. Here's the thing, Joey. If you're gonna make a trade for star in the future, does a Michael Porter Jr. Claxton picks package entice a team? Whereas with Cam Thomas, at least that team is losing. Cam can give you 20, 30 points, which is more appealing. That's my only problem
But
about this Cam
I'm not
situation.
denying that, John. But
That's a
but
problem.
what I am saying is the NBA market is not really high on Cam Thomas right now.
Yeah,
That's
because
true too.
I'm
That's
gonna ask
true.
you a question, right? This is gonna be a wild question, right? But who left this team and who's still here? You know what I mean? People came and people's gone. He's been here, and he's still here. If he signed a contract, the dude is still here. Can't say they don't want him if he's still here. They could have kept Bridges. They could have kept Cam Johnson. They didn't have to get MPJ. You know what I'm saying? They could move anybody anywhere they don't. If you know what I'm saying, if they don't want him, they can go. They can move him. They haven't moved this dude. You know what I'm saying? And like I'm saying, a contract, and I said a contract is on the table. Do he want to sign it or he don't? What does Cam want to do?
And not to put it like that, but
Yeah,
yeah, I agree.
yeah. Like, what does Cam want to do? Does anyone know what Cam wants to do? Do we want to come back? You know
I
what I'm
think he
saying?
wants
Do
to
we want
get
to
out
play
of
for the
He don't want to
Nets?
Dodge
be
and
third
go to the team
option.
that'll pay him. That's what
He
he
don't want to
wants.
be. He don't want to be third option to Yegor and Danny Wolf.
What?
Wait, what? Breeze? What'd you say?
I'm saying he want to come back, but
That's
he don't want to
wild.
be third option. Like everybody was saying,
He's not
yo,
going to be a third option.
hold on,
He
no,
would be.
listen, hold on, listen, because we all here, we same gang. When we was doing the podcast, when the season was happening, wasn't y'all like, yeah, they're going to play Cam Johnson and give him the ball more than Cam Thomas because of the contract? It got to be in his contract. They only paying Cam Thomas, yada yada, whoop de whoop. Y'all don't remember that?
I didn't say that, but I kind of
I
remember.
didn't. I would say, well, I remember me saying, I don't know about the shots. I remember saying though that Cam Johnson is going to be in the lineup because he's the most played player on the team. He's not coming off the bench. That's what I remember saying. I don't know about shots.
I did say this, Breezy, that it's based off of you. You ever hear the saying? You pay like you weigh. So it's based off of your what you're getting paid. The organization is going to treat you as such. If you're getting paid the most money, then they're probably making you a priority at the moment because you're their biggest asset.
Right. That's true.
Yeah, it's true.
That's
Enter
true.
Nick Claxton.
But what if you trash?
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Not to this team.
That's why I keep saying about what Jeff Teague. I want to say older veteran told Jeff Teague, when dudes make money ahead of you, when you get in the game, you pass the ball. It doesn't matter if you can score or not. You know what I'm saying? It's a mindset. These dudes already making money. You're not making money yet. When you become one of the dudes that make money, then you know what I'm saying? Do what you do.
That's like Gary Trent throwing up shots and you got Giannis on the floor. Like, come on, bro. You know what to do. You know to get the ball to. Like,
Why would you downplay your asset like that? Your most primary asset by giving the ball to a guy that's making $4 million a year.
Right. Now we're not doing that. He could be a hidden talent, but he just gotta wait his turn. You know what I'm saying? If his turn comes along, he gotta do everything perfectly right, or they gonna judge him a certain way, like they doing Cam right now. You know what I'm saying? That's his outlook. He has to change his outlook.
Ice, you asked the question. In a perfect world, I think Cam would want to be on a different team. I think Cam likes Brooklyn, the culture and all that, but he looks at his front office like he knows that he's likely out the door in a year or two. He knows that. So he's trying to look at all of his options, right? They're not good. He has no market, right? But I think eventually he'll either take that qualifying offer or he'll take this 1 year deal, or if it's like a 1 year deal around the 16, 15 mil, something like that, maybe try to prove himself and then walk. No, I'm just saying, Breeze, because at the end of the day, Cam doesn't want to be at a wait, Breeze, can I just finish? He doesn't want to be at a place he doesn't feel welcomed. No star would want to feel like that, or even a guy who could be a third option like Cam Thomas potentially, or a sixth man. He wants to feel like a team believes in him. And this organization clearly doesn't. So if Cam Thomas is out the door, next year's draft pick better be somebody freaking special, or else what are we doing the next 3 to 4 years? Because we don't own our pick the year after next year. So if that next year's lottery pick ain't franchise worthy, just like you guys are saying, I don't know where this organization is taking us, because it feels like we're in a desert still trying to find water. Like, what is the ultimate goal here? Just to give guys weird contracts and sell tickets, or actually build a team that can be sustainable and embody Brooklyn culture that we keep talking about?
Yeah, that I basically was trying to get to the same thing John said, but I was just gonna say in my own words. Basically, like, bro, it's easy for them to just take things slow, bro. Don't do nothing hasty. You know what I'm saying? He's the best scorer we got. And the question I wanted to kind of ask the panel is like this whole thing about the market, like, bro, the best players in the league are the best scorers in the league 9 times out of 10. It's not like, oh, the MVP is the MVP because he got the most blocks. I'm just keeping it real. Like Wemby, that's depoy. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you getting the most blocks. Now you depoy. You're not necessarily the MVP, but the MVP is always whoever's the best scorer in the NBA always get the MVP look. So what's this whole market talk about elite scorers and not having a market? It's all a narrative that keep being spun, but I see so many holes I think of Swiss cheese. At the end of the day, elite scoring is how you get the MVP for the most part. That's a fact. So that being said, this whole narrative of elite scoring not being and him not having a market, no, that be sometime. You know what I'm saying? They trying to, and let me be clear for all of you two guys out there that want to monitor stuff. Cam Thomas is a pure hooper. Y'all want him to be entertaining. Winning basketball to Nets fans is entertaining. Y'all keep saying that he not a winning, which is hard to argue since I had to pull up that stat. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep saying that he's not a winning player, but I seen him make game-winning shots. You seen the chat, real time, at saying, yo, yeah, in the Knicks versus MSG, versus the Knicks in MSG, comeback win. I seen them do it versus the Spurs. I seen them do it versus New Orleans Pelicans, and I seen them do it versus the Sacramento Kings. Off the top of my 4 teams I could think of that he came back and was significant to the win in the clutch. And that's with the stat. Shout out to the Ruler FM for the super chat. The point is,
I don't think the winning player is mostly about game winners though.
Breezy, I don't think that's true. I agree that scoring is a very, very important factor in the game. But just because you score the ball a lot doesn't mean you're going to be MVP-esque or looked at as an MVP. Shit, Lou Will was a bucket and he was a 6th man. So
how much of a bucket? He wasn't a scorer like Cam Thomas.
Nah, Lou Will was a bucket, bro.
Lou Will is a bucket. You're not doing
bucket,
that,
bro.
Look,
bro, but he was an 18, 22 points a game bucket. He wasn't.
Yeah, as a 6th man, bro.
Choice.
Nah, but
listen,
y'all want me to? I got nothing.
I just want to land my plane, and I'm
Leonard
gonna let you
Pepperloop,
go,
bro.
Ice.
I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not even doing that.
Let me land my plane, Bree.
all right, go ahead, Joe.
So I get it. Like, yes, all these MVPs we look at, yes, they do score a lot of points, but at the same time, they move the needle on their team in other areas, and they also get W's. We have to tell the whole context. Cam Thomas is not in that category yet, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So we can't look at it like that. Cam Thomas is looked at as a microwave who could come off the bench or who could start and give you a very, very lot of points in a very, very minimum time.
By the end
the past MVPs, the past few years have been
I think I'm gonna
people that have elevated their team.
But I'm gonna stand on the square. I'm gonna say when Cam Thomas start getting some respectable minutes, he's gonna be a better scorer than Lemon Pepperloop, bro. And that's respect to Lemon Pepperloop. I got nothing bad to say about Lemon Pepperloop. It's not like I got a soliloquy after this saying that he's anything bad about Lemon Pepperloop. He's great, but I just think Cam Thomas is gonna be a greater scorer than Lemon Pepperloop. At the end, with the careers of, you'll see. Y'all see.
That's a crazy bar though. I ain't gonna lie. Not the bar, not the bar in terms of Lou, but like the comparison. I thought he was gonna say somebody that was playing in the league, but I mean, I think he already is.
Yeah,
Like,
but what I'm saying is a lot of people look at Cam. I use Lou because a lot of people look at him like Lou.
Yeah.
Like, yes, he's very talented offensively, but he's not really giving you anything outside of that. So he's best suited for a 6-man role. Breezy was talking as MVP, and the MVP gets the most points and all of that, and that's not true. Most of the MVPs do get a lot of points, but they also do other things that factor into the basketball game. What do you mean? Y'all act like if he don't
Y'all act like if he don't score the ball, he just doing cardio. Y'all get on my nerve
No,
with this shit.
no, 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 no. I'm
Like he
asking.
just
I
jogging up
mean,
and down the court.
I
Like
got
so
you.
when,
Go ahead.
so when's the last
he doing
time?
more than that.
Go ahead, Alan.
So Breezy, when's the so let because y'all was Leaf is making fun of me, but realistically, like when's the last time you seen? And I'm not saying and I'm not saying this because every player in the league does it, but when's the last time you seen Cam do a defensive stop to hold somebody to just one defensive stop?
You ain't take it there. I see him getting steals. You ain't gonna do that, bro.
What,
Nah.
like you seen a play where he held somebody like that person couldn't go nowhere. Like Cam had him just locked. Like he couldn't go anywhere. Had to throw
So
something up.
that's what Lemon Pepper Lou is doing.
Nah, but I got you. See, here's the thing. When I did the podcast, right? If Prime is a 6-man or star, right? And the stats, Breezy, he can score. His percentages is right up there with the guys in the same year. The guys you compare, Tyler Hero, Donovan Mitchell, right? Scoring wise and percentage wise, he's there. But like I said, when it comes to assist and rebound, he's way behind those dudes. And like Joey said, those in context, those things matter. And those dudes do other things. He can't run point like them. You know what I'm saying? He don't elevate the team like them because he can't do multiple things. He does one thing. He is a pure scoring guard. You know what I mean?
Who's them?
Who you talking about?
Who I'm talking about? You said like them. Who's them?
Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell.
And Luka.
Donovan Mitchell. Hold on. Donovan Mitchell and Tyler Hero. He cannot carry. He cannot uplift the team, and he can't run two positions like those dudes can do. And that's why he ends up being hasn't been in that
let's not
category.
use Tyler. Let's use Donovan, right? Donovan led Cleveland to a number one to a number one seed, right? But to be fair, Donovan Mitchell on Utah as a rookie eliminated a team of Westbrook, Carmelo, and Paul George in his rookie season. Like you already knew from jump, okay, Donovan Mitchell is a player that can attribute to winning. You can put a team around him. Now, finals, don't know. But he does attribute to winning in some sort of fashion. Now, if you put Cam Thomas in Donovan Mitchell's shoes, do you get the same result? I don't know.
You put Cam Thomas on a team where he got defenders, Jaron Allen.
Yeah, so put Cam Thomas on Donovan Mitchell team right now, on that Cleveland team right now. Switch him out. Do they get the first seed?
No.
They beat the Knicks.
No.
They beat the Knicks.
No, they don't get the first seed.
And they don't lose to the Pacers, bro.
I'm gonna tell you why they don't get the first seed, because you gotta understand Donovan Mitchell can run point. When Darius Garland is out, he takes over point guard duties. You know what I'm saying? He can get other players involved. He might not have a lot of assists all the time, but even then, he's at year 4, he's still ahead of Cam. So now that he's an older player, veteran player, like you won't get the same. You won't get the same. I think Cam is like 2 years behind Donovan Mitchell, 2 years behind Tyler Hero, just because of them stats. He might have got close this year if he would have played a lot more games. You know what I'm saying? He might have been balanced out right where those guys at year 4. He might have been right there because he only played 25 games. He's behind. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say that. So you got to understand context that Joey's talking about. Those things matter. That scoring is good, it's nice, but when you can't do other, like you can't run point guard, you can't, or you stuck at the 2 guard, and now you got younger guys coming in that's playing multiple positions, bro. You start to look bad, bro. Your scoring is nice, but we can't move you around. That you know what I'm saying? Limits you to what? 6-man? Come in and score. That's what you want to do. That's what it looks like.
6-man behind who? Drake Powell?
But look, right? It's nasty work because I think Cam Thomas is better than him. But what does it say about the market when Cam Thomas is still struggling for a contract, but you got dudes like Mikal Bridges getting an extension. You got dudes like Duncan Robinson getting 3 years, something mil. You got Dennis Schroeder,
I love it.
Sacramento giving him 3 years, 40 mil. Like, don't get me wrong. I still think Cam has a lot to work on in his game. And I don't think he's far from scoring in terms of being up there with the elite. I just think if he stay healthy. I think I would like to see him play at least 78 games this year. Like you don't gotta play whole 82, but just at least him get playing above
You
70.
gotta make up
Like
for that
that
25.
yeah. Like don't get injured before All-Star season. That's just all I ask for. Like be healthy up to February. That's it.
Horace
But other
Pickett
than
said
that,
3 years, 40 mil sounds right about for Cam.
but yeah, I think he's up there. I think he has the drive to be great. I just think realistically, he got other things to work on, which we've seen, once he faced Chicago, we've seen it in the second half. I don't
Right.
want to give him the guy that like he not doing it. He had 10 assists in his last game. That to
Right.
me show okay. And the passes he was making, I was surprised he even was making them passes. I was like, okay. So I'm not saying he won't, because I do feel like he will improve on those things every season. I'm
Right.
just saying, in terms for him now, for him to recognize that this is the market, it is not necessarily a disrespect towards you. It's just this is the culmination of CJ McCollum and them doing all of this nonsense with the second
Fact.
apron and them
Fact.
doing all of this because they was getting bounced by the Warriors every year. Now this is what y'all players got to go through. Hopefully Fred VanVleet makes some changes in the next few years. I don't
Just
know.
just like LM, Joey, and Ice is saying, health and consistency. Those are the two main things that have stopped Cam's career. If you can show those two things for one full season, you could probably potentially get a financial bump. Nothing crazy significant, but Cam would prove a point that he can overcome the things people are questioning about. Because at the end of the day, he has good spurts, but you got to do it for like 20, 30 games, having those types of numbers to really impact the team. And he's not going to impact his team on a winning spectrum, but your skill set. If he can keep refining the skill set with Jordy, let's reevaluate a year from now. I think that's the fairest thing we can do right now, and that's what Cam should be asking himself right now.
Yeah, let's call it what it is. To even be somewhat competitive in NBA, you need 2 20-point scorers. You get one with MPJ and Cam Thomas. If we don't have Cam Thomas, who's the second 20-point scorer?
It's MPJ
Don't give
right
me
now,
this.
but
Oh, everybody
Michael
will
Porter.
have 15 points.
yeah,
Bullshit.
but like, who else is going to do it at this point? It's either Cam or MPJ, unless you want Claxton to do it. You really want him to run the offense? Like, come on.
Claxton averaging 20, I'll have a
Who
heart
gonna give us
attack.
20 besides 20 times? MPJ? That's a real question. Who gonna give us 20 besides these two players?
Breezy, at the end of the day,
Claxton averaged 20. Oh my
he
god.
should just take the 14 mil and prove it this year. At the end of the day, there's no market for him. Let's see what you can do to be healthy. At the end of the day, Breeze, you can't deny either that his health and consistency aren't where they should be right now in year 5. He has to show that at the very least.
Listen.
Yeah, like
I think we're all in
that
agreement
has
on
to be
that.
priority.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I got no pushback on that. I just wanted
Yeah,
to say,
that's it. That's what we're really evaluating here. Everything
Yeah,
else will
no,
work itself out.
yeah, no, I
And
just,
Cam's only 23. Like,
Yeah.
he got mad years to grow, bro. Like, we ain't stressing that. You got mad years to
Yeah.
grow. He's only 23 years old. Same age as Kate Cunningham. Same age as Ant. Both were around the same years. Bro, by the time he's 25 or he's 26, whatever the case may be, he may be a whole new improved player.
nah, facts.
Like,
Hold on.
I'm not even. Come on.
No, I just wanted to say a special thank you to Maria Sigmore, Jelio Marcus, Nesty, and there, Joy BK members on the page. I just wanted to thank them. Go ahead, Ella. That's all I wanted.
Nah, he has mad years to improve. We saw in the last half his willingness to pass. His passing averages has gone up every year. That's a good thing. Under Horty, he seems influenced to play defense, play passing lanes. We've seen Cam try to do other things. So I'm not gonna sit here and just bash him and be like, "Yo, the kid's not." It's obvious he's putting work, and his mindset is there in terms of he wants to be a great player. I just
Right.
think that he may need a little work, But
Oh,
I'm
mean,
not gonna sit here and question his work ethic and say he don't want to be great.
Right.
He just want to be, more just a sixth man and sit on the bench. No,
I know.
I'm sure he wants to be a starter for the rest of his career.
I just
Right.
Like,
want to say this: it's potential there, right? It's potential there with Cam,
Yeah.
but we
Yeah.
right.
can't we can't act like he's the best thing since sliced bread, bro. Because
That's true too. That's
you
true
know what I
too.
But
mean.
it's not
That's true
right.
too.
So that's why I said on my podcast, I'm not willing to put him as like a star, but I'm not willing to put him as a six man either because he's
Right.
right. He's right there, but he's not there yet. You know what I'm saying? So
He's
I
like
just think
borderline star to
yeah,
me.
he's like
Like
right there,
on
but
teetering on the edge. Yeah.
yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Or if he can't get there, then he is the sixth man after he can't, you know what I'm saying? But he's got to show if he can get there or not. And
Right, right.
he needs a full year or a full 2 years. Like I said, he's behind in assists and behind in rebound. His points and his percentages is right up there with them guys. But you know what I'm saying? The meat and potatoes, pause. You know what I'm saying? Like he behind, bro. And that's what's stopping him from getting a big contract because he's not, rebounding. He's not getting high assists for his averages, and he ain't running point guard, you know what I'm saying? Even though they put him there to try to see if they can work, like he can't do it consistently enough to say, all right, like Cam, you know what I'm saying? One of these dudes go down, we could throw Cam at point and we still good. You know what I'm saying? They went out and got four other dudes, like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta up your game, like I'm saying. Like we don't know if he can consistently do it. So he has to understand that he has to prove it. It's like you and him sound like you and Cam sound like y'all on the same page. Like I'm the best scorer in the league, and that's it. Like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, nah, bro, it ain't. That's not how it works. You know what I'm saying?
GM Ice in the building. No, but Ice is speaking facts. At the end of the day, let's see what Cam does with his coaching staff. I really think joining the coaching staff last year made a lot of ground with Cam Thomas. It seemed like he was willing to be more of an efficient scorer, a better playmaker. Like, let's see it for a full year with this coaching staff. I think this is probably the best staff we've had in a long time. And the last few coaching staffs we've had have been abysmal. So let's see what chemistry can come from that. And then we'll reevaluate a year from now about this. Did Cam's numbers grow with Jordy? Give him a full year? Let's see. Like, we have to see it. We have too many incompletes, like Ice is saying. He's between a sixth man and a third option right now. Let's see where he is a year from now, and then we'll have a better understanding. Because he has not had a real season of growth in 4 years.
I add
Let me
this,
just
right? And then
I just want
all
to
right, go ahead.
The rule of FA said the super chat said how many 40-point games Cam had that led to a win. You see it right there.
Damn.
Cam Thomas had played
One game.
40 points. Two.
I mean, to be fair, look at the roster he was playing around.
Yeah.
man.
I think it seemed like him having 40 points is the reason why we didn't win. Like, no.
Like, come on, y'all gotta look. We was all watching these games. Like, if y'all saw the roster that was on the floor, like, come on, bro.
Exactly.
You can't be a Nets fan. You can't be a Nets fan and be like, oh, he only had one
You
game
can't- you
that
can't
us to
act like
win.
you can't
Did you
act
see who they was putting on the floor with him?
You can't act like he played with a competent team and dropped 40.
Yeah, like we not doing that. We're not doing that.
Hey,
Nah,
Breeze, I
yeah.
wanted to say this to you though, bro. Listen, I like Cam Thomas. I want to see him stay healthy, and I do believe he can prove people wrong. I want him to stay healthy, and I want to see a bigger sample size, and I want him to prove people wrong. So, you know what I mean? He can take the next step. But again, we can't sit there and get excited about the points when we haven't seen a bigger sample size of him improving on everything else that he needs
That's
to.
true.
Okay, but what I'm saying is he got to be healthy for it. And to JCBK all day, he says Cam Thomas has had one major injury season out of his 4 years. The first 2 seasons, he got 40 DNPs. The health talk is overstated. I agree. Listen, y'all asking him, how can he play and develop if he can't get a rhythm because of the DNP?
Can I answer
I
that?
agree.
Hold on, let me finish. He can't get no rhythm to do anything else and play and develop to the next thing because he got to the NBA because of his scoring. Let's just keep it real. So he's going to do that to stay in the NBA and then play and develop on the other things. But when you put a wrench in the engine, right? Just drop the shit, bling, 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 all in the shit. You stop him with 40. This messes up rhythm. And if you're a basketball player or you watch basketball, you know rhythm means a lot in basketball. And you messing up his rhythm by giving him 40 DNPs. You got
Can
to,
I
you
can
know
I
what I
answer?
mean? Confused in the head, like, yo, why I'm not playing? Was I not good enough? I mean, I did play good. Like, what's happening? They hating on me? I can't get an
So
opportunity?
We had the big
hold
three
on,
his
Jo-
first 2
I
years.
wanted to
That's why his time was
I wanted to
disrupted.
respond. I want to respond to that. I think we mixing apples and oranges. I'm not going to hold those first couple of years against Cam because during the big three era here, I'm not going to hold that. You guys are absolutely right. He shouldn't have been getting those DMPs. Jacques Vaughn was on some BS. But at the end of the day, when after the big three era and Cam was giving he was giving multiple games to start and play major minutes, he still hasn't proved that he can stay healthy and improve enough in a big sample size. We're not talking about the seasons he was
Right.
with Jacques Vaughn. We're talking post Jacques Vaughn. So stop mixing that up, bro. Like, that's nasty.
No, I'm just saying.
The only thing I will to give grace to though.
Yeah, no, I just want to say my soliloquy to mention the 40 DMPs and agree with JC was that's messing up the rhythm. How could he get to play developing anything else if you like stopping him from doing what he's doing? Like, damn, how I'm supposed to get to second base if you keep putting me back to the bench and I got to get back to first base before I get to second base? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I mentioned it, but I'm
Yeah,
but
that was in the Jacques Vaughn era, though. In the Jacques Vaughn era, he wasn't getting hurt because he wasn't playing.
Right.
He wasn't getting hurt, he wasn't playing, but I think that's his point. Like, he should be out there. Like, the main point is, if you're out there, you're going to get reps. To me, I feel like, especially with these rookies.
My point is,
but look, we asking the rookies.
You can't really evaluate his health in the first two years because he really wasn't getting no real playing time. That's my point.
Right, I agree.
So the seasons we are evaluating him on staying healthy is the seasons he got the most minutes and contributed the most.
I agree 100%. That's accurate. But what he's saying, I think, is, I agree. We should be focusing on the seasons where he was getting minutes. But I think what he's saying is we haven't seen much of Cam's development due to those DNPs. Like, if he didn't get sit out after them 340-point games and they kept giving him valuable minutes, we might not even be talking about Cam being a bad passer or a bad defender right now. We might be saying, yo, he improved on that. Yo, Jacques Vaughn gave him minutes. Jacques Vaughn was playing in crucial minutes. He stepped up in the playoffs in the first round with Mikal Bridges in them. He didn't even get no burn in that series.
I agree with the part of him development. The development part I agree with. The health part I don't, because we still don't know if Cam can really play a full season yet.
That's true.
Because the seasons that he has given a chance to play a whole season, he's been hurt. But the development
67 games and then 25.
Right, but the development part, you're absolutely right, 100%.
Yeah, I can agree with that. We definitely got to see him healthy. Like, 67 was the closest because obviously 67 is better than 25, but 67 was the closest. But if he can up that number to like 79, 80, or 78, 77, we rolling. And if he can up that number and give us I think he will be the leading scorer once he comes back. I don't think he gets traded at the deadline, but I still think he's on the team. If he's giving us 24, 25, and 25 and 5 in terms of assists, I feel like that's good for Cam.
I would say 6. I would say 6 assists is a high bar. Rebounding 5.5. If you can average 5.5 rebounds, 6 assists, and 24 points, that's way better than what people expect you to have at this certain level.
I'm gonna go with LM.
I'll go with 5 or 6.
If he's giving us 5 assists, okay, that's cool. Anything above that I'm ecstatic for. But if he's giving us 5, I'm cool with that. I'm like, okay, I can live with it.
Right.
Because
most of what shooting guards get anyway.
Most point guards average about 5-6 assists per game.
Right, like that's most. And if you looked at shooting guards around the league, most shooting guards assists is around 5 or 4 or 6.
The good point guards is averaging close to 8.
Right.
Exactly.
Wait, Ice, mention the assist numbers you told me about with Mitchell and the other guys, and where Cam is kind of close to him. Mention those numbers.
Yeah, Cam for career Cam is at 2, but they're at like 5, 5, and 5, or 5 and 6. The rebounds is You know, for certain people, rebounds is higher than assists. They might have like 6 rebounds, 5 assists, or you know what I'm saying, 5 and 5. But Cam is at 2 and 2. You know what I mean? Like even playing that year with 67 games, 31 minutes, he's still way behind on his rebounds and assists. You know what I'm saying? Like it shows when you look back at those guys and he wants to compare himself to those guys. When you look at it, like, damn, bro, like you're not moving the rock at all. And this year, when he got hurt, he started to move the rock. So that's why I say he's behind, like a year or two behind those guys. And like you said, we've seen improvement, but he's got to stay consistent with moving the rock and get five.
How many rebounds? Ice, can you look up how many rebounds? And Devin Booker got?
5 assists feasible.
Devin was high. Devin Booker assist was like, I think he had one of the
No,
highest.
I'm talking about their rebounds. Like they rebounds.
Rebound. I think Booker. Well, yeah, Booker assist was higher than his rebounds. I think his assist was like 7 or 8, and his rebounds was probably like 5. You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
I think Cam can get for around 3 or 4 rebounds per game.
He gotta get higher.
Can I say this real quick? So I think
one rebound a quarter. Yeah,
he gotta average around 5 rebounds. 4 or 5 rebounds. 5.
I don't know, bro. That's kind of hard.
That's kind of hard, though.
I was going to say that. That's kind of hard. My thing is, listen, guys. When you look at a guard is going to have more assists than a big man. A big man is going to have more rebounds than a guard. Now, I don't expect Cam to go out there and get a lot of rebounds, bro, because of his size and just because, you know, the type of player he is. So if he can at least be good in 2 categories out of the 3 when it comes to rebounding, assists, and scoring, I'm good with that. I'm not expecting him to be a triple threat the way he's getting 5 boards, 6 assists, and averaging 25 points. He's just not going to be that impactful because of his size.
But Joey, that's why I brought up Devin Booker, because most of the 2 guards and D Mitch, most of the 2 guards in the league are kinda athletic. Even with D Mitch being 6'3", he has insane athleticism, so he gonna get a rebound. Even with Russ in his prime, he was only 6'3", but athletic freak of nature. He gonna go get a rebound.
Yeah, bro, but that's what I'm saying. We can't compare Russ Brook, who's like 6'6" and a freak of nature athletically, to a 6'3" Cam Thomas. Who's not that athletic.
No, but that's why I compared him to Booker, because Booker is not that athletic, but Booker can get you rebounds. He's not that big, he's not that strong, but he can still get you rebounds. He can go out and get you 5 rebounds.
Yeah,
so
it's not.
Cam, I don't know. I don't think it's that far off when it comes to him not getting rebounds. I just think it's a mentality.
Yeah, it's not.
How big is Booker, though?
He compared himself to them top guys, so that's what he got to do.
Exactly. You're going to set the bar, you got to meet the bar. You're going to set the bar, you got to meet the bar.
You're picking out one guy. You can't name me one small guy that's 6'3" and is rebounding his ass off in the NBA.
No, but you got to tell Cam that. You don't want to get there. You know what I'm saying? You got to talk to Cam Thomas, bro. He said that, and I went and go check. And all those
6'3" dudes, we're not asking them to get for the 6'3". Let's be very clear. For the 6'3" dudes, we're not asking them to get 10 rebounds per game. That's not what we ask.
Oh,
but for the 6'3" dudes, if they're getting 4 rebounds, it's not a lot, but that's pretty high for a guard. And a lot of the times, if you look at the court in the game, rebounding is also a mentality. Rebounding is not always coming in the form of boxing the guy out. Sometimes it's long rebounds. Sometimes it's rebounds where it might go out of bounds. Somebody's running for the ball. That's a rebound right there. Like most of the times, it is a mentality to get it. No matter how you can't tell Westbrook he ain't 7 feet in his mind. He's still gonna go get the rebound. He don't care if it's windy in the paint. He's still gonna try to get that rebound.
Now Ella make a good point, because the rebound is not necessarily skill all the time, but the box out is a skill. But sometimes it's just I want it more than you. And
I understand that. I agree with you guys, but what I'm saying is you can have that attitude. I absolutely agree with you. It's about attitude, but we gotta be honest with ourselves. Sometimes our athletic ability and our size limits us. We have to be honest.
Breezy,
you can't
Joe,
really compare CT. CT can be just as motivated as a Westbrook. He's not going to get near as many rebounds as Westbrook because Westbrook is bigger and way more athletic.
Joey,
How many rebounds you expect Cam to have? Because the way you make it seem, I don't think Cam is capable of getting 3 rebounds per game. I don't think that's out of sight for him.
I wanted to ask you guys, what is his average? What is his average of
2.
rebounds?
2, bro.
2 rebounds per game.
Okay,
That's his average.
I think 4 rebounds is fair.
He gotta
Yeah.
get
5. He's got to hit the 5 mark.
5. He's gotta get 5, bro. He's gotta
Again,
get 5.
Joey, if Cam is going to set the bar, he's got to meet the bar. And the 3 things holding Cam back are athleticism,
You're right.
height, and defense. So he has to make up for those 3 areas by rebounding well, assisting well, and scoring efficiently. If he does those 3 things right, he's going to see a financial bump the following year. I guarantee you he will.
This is all I'm saying.
You're right,
guys.
Joey.
This
I
is
think
all
you're
I'm
right, Joey.
saying. This is all I'm saying. Most guards, right? Not every guard is hitting the wickets in every category. Some guards is only scoring and having very good assist numbers. You feel
Right.
what I'm saying? Every guard is not a triple threat to where they're getting 5, 6 boards, 7, 8 assists, and
You're
averaging
right.
20 plus points.
No, I'm about to say you're right because somebody, I can't remember right now, but somebody looked up average 4 rebounds, 4 assists for their career, or 4 and 5, like you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Somebody.
Matter of fact, a good player we can bring up.
I mean,
Who's
man,
not that small, who's not that athletic,
who at the
who's
2
not
guard
that-
was
who's
doing
not
that
that,
outside of the top 3 2 guards of all time? Who outside of them niggas was doing that? James Harden
Doing
a
what?
good
Rebound?
player to
was
bring.
averaging 4 assists and 4 rebounds for their
A
career
good
at
player
the
to
2
bring
guard
up
position.
that's
Who
not that
outside
athletic.
of the top 3 2 guards was
I
doing
think,
that?
But look, a good
Mitch
player
is
that's
doing
not
that right
athletic
now,
is
and Booker.
Fury.
Devin Booker's averaging 4 rebounds and 4 assists.
He's
for his
averaging
career.
higher just than that, but he's averaging like 7 and 5. And
But
Tyler
Booker
Hero,
is
7
not.
and 5.
Booker is
Hold
not
up,
no.
I gotta check that.
yeah, something like that.
Booker's not no
his
athletic
career?
specimen though.
Yeah, for his
Yes,
career.
All right,
Booker's not no athletic specimen like that.
Listen, it's a lot of niggas at the 2 guard that ain't athletic specimens. The fact of the matter is that you have to find places. It's not. See, the thing about it is, it's really in the last couple of years. It's really only 2 niggas that you can hide on the opposite side of the ball, and their teams were successful. One was Steph Curry, and the other person was Nikola Jokic. That's the only 2. Like that.
I
That's
think
we ain't even
we're leaving Trae Young out of this
we
conversation.
ain't even
by the way.
talking about the real problem, bro. LM, you need to get back to them Dyson Daniels workouts. That's what you got a good idea. You need to get back to them Dyson Daniels workouts,
Listen,
bro. Like,
I mentioned it earlier, bro. Niggas was laughing, but I was dead serious. Like he need to be in the gym.
I know you was dead serious. I was dead serious the first time you said the shit, bro. I was like, yeah, that shit.
I was telling Breezy, yo, if he in the lab with Davion Mitchell and Dyson Daniels, that nigga might come out a monster. If he ain't a monster on defense this year, if he was in the gym with them, they ain't no hope for that nigga. I'm sorry.
To me, bro. Like, I mean, listen, how many tweets?
Defensive drills.
Listen, hey, look, I'm not mad at it, bro. Like, listen, we like to conveniently bring up them J Kid finals teams, but we can't find nobody on that roster that resembles the player Cam Thomas.
No, it's not. But what I'm saying, it's not about the personnel. It's about everybody, including you. All these Nets fans keep talking about the offensive side of the ball, and that's not where we won at. We won on the defensive side of the ball. So everybody, and again, even the front office, the personnel was about playmaking and this and that. Nobody was Mitch Malawat. Could have got Malawat. Nobody was caring about no defense. But when I look at the specific stats,
I damn sure wasn't caring about no Malawat.
I seen on offense, we was the 9th in pace. We was talking about the transition points and this and that. We was 9th in pace, and we was 13th in offense. The thing that stood out was the elite defense. We were number 1 both seasons we went to the finals. So what I'm saying is, I'm not even saying that Cam Thomas would have been part of that personnel. I'm saying that had he been part of that personnel, they probably would have won. Or not him specifically, but a scorer like. If they didn't have a dynamic scorer like that, Kidd wasn't no dynamic scorer. None of them were. Kerry Kittles, Richard
Nah, who said,
Jefferson.
oh my God?
Oh my God.
Hold on. Let me just make my point. Let me make my
Bro,
point. My point is
Niggas went
dynamic
up
scoring.
against Shaq, Kobe,
Listen,
and Tim Duncan,
listen,
man. This
no,
nigga
y'all missing
here.
the point. My point is that dynamic scoring helped the finals be won. They needed Jalen Williams to score that 40 points. They did, regardless of all of the other things that y'all like to bring up. Those 40 points was essential to that win.
Mm.
It
Now,
wasn't
hold
as
on, let me
it wasn't
finish.
as essential as
Hold on,
that
hold on, let me-
Halliburton
hold on,
injury,
hold on,
nigga.
let me finish making my point. My point to the soliloquy is that game winners offense won a lot of these games deep in the playoffs. Halliburton when he beat the Knicks, which I love.
No
I
TV,
seen
lay down.
Halliburton with another game winner versus OKC in game one. Bro, game offense has won games. Now, ultimately, defense won a championship, but let's not pretend that offense is very close. You know what I'm saying? Offense is very essential. And I'm mentioning that to say, and I'm looking for a rebuttal. Bro, you didn't need Halliburton to have a defensive play. No, you need him to make the last shot on two different
It will
occasions.
help, though.
It will help.
It will help.
But at the end of the day, we just talking about the facts, not the hypotheticals, right? And game winners happen in the postseason, deep in the postseason, in the second and the third Eastern Conference Finals, and in the finals. That's
You
serious.
Yeah, but those Breezy, both of those teams
absolutely
wasn't just
correct.
offense though. Like
Yeah,
it
both
was
of them
good.
teams
They was
wasn't just
balanced offense and defensive
Yes,
teams.
they
Y'all
was
be making
very,
it
Like it
seem
very
like
wasn't
balanced
just
teams.
shoe
offense.
bounds and shit. Like it is
I
technically.
mean,
Indiana
listen,
was locking up in the Eastern most of the Eastern Conference as a committee. They was locking up. Like they wasn't just yes, the offense was there. You had Nemhard, you had Siakam, you had Miles Turner. Yeah, you had all of that. You had Nesmith sometimes. They was cooking on the offensive end, but those two made the finals because they were balanced. It wasn't too much of the offense, it wasn't too much of the defense. It was just right. But we can give you
we
offense, but we can also give you defense too. Like it wasn't just
I
offense that
think
you had.
LM, we leaving out one of the most important factors and why the finals went the way it did, bro. Because the big note, the notable check that's gonna be aside that finals is that injury. Tyrese Halliburton had 12 points in the first quarter, bro. Just to let y'all know, bro. Like so, like look, listen. Had that shit gone the way had he finished that game, OKC probably wouldn't be NBA champions right now.
No doubt. But at the end of the day,
That
I
nigga
mean,
probably would have 40
as much
million
as you got to
already.
factor in the injury, I was just talking about the offense and defense aspect of it. And to say that as far as styles make fights, and God bless you, and we can't always be like another team. Like, yeah, we're gonna, you pick pages from other teams and you put it in your book, and now you got a book with a plethora of different pages that you, you know what I mean, got together. Now, I would go further, but y'all know I'm fanning the clip of the show. You know what I'm saying? I gotta say, shout to Leaf Dicky for the model for the super chat. His handle is youtube.com/@Leaf4788. Shout to Ice. That's a tip off of Brooklyn Nets podcast. Get with him. He on YouTube and he on TikTok. Shout to Brooklyn LM. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get him on that Nets fan mixtape for sure. Shout to Joey. You know what I'm saying? Notorious. He could get on there and talk some shit. I know Leaf want to talk his shit. Shout to This Is JTV. He was here earlier. And shout to everything Brooklyn Nets John. You know what I'm saying? For joining the panel. You know what I mean? Always make it dope. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, shout out to the chat too, man. The Ruler FM, I'm not gonna lie, you was sending some funny super chats tonight. You were sending some funny super chats, bro. Word. But yeah, man, shout out to the old chat, dope show, you know what I'm saying? And again, I know, I gotta find balance in picking when I have longer shows in 2 hours, so that way, you know what I'm saying, we can keep it going because the energy be there to keep it going. Tonight not one of those nights, but it is coming. No, you know what I'm saying? It's coming. And again, it's the off season. Y'all got anything that y'all want to talk about? Y'all can hit me in the inbox. I'll make it the title of the show. You know what I mean? Probably. And you know what I'm saying? We could get to it though for sure. But thank y'all, man. Thank all of y'all, man, for real. Y'all already see we had 1,000 subscribers, and that's greatly part of the chat, the panel. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say that I am thankful. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, Nets fans is the best fans. Hopefully we wake up and Cam Thomas is signed. You know what I mean? But until next time, you know what I mean? Nets fans is the best fans. I'm gonna give it y'all later, y'all. Peace.